guys, thanks for being here. Today I'm going to share with you some budget-friendly advent calendars. You can share them with your friends, your family. You can sell them at craft fairs. If you're new to my channel, I'm Patty and I do 2 videos a week. On Mondays I make gnomes and characters, and on Thursdays I do budget-friendly home decor. If you want to know how to make an advent calendar, stick around. I'll show you how. Okay, you can start with two 16 by 20 and a half foam core boards, 2-ounce solo cups, and you're just going to lay them out like a Christmas tree. Make sure that they're completely even, and then put 4 of them on the bottom for the base. But then we're going to take some E6000 glue, and we're going to put a dollop of glue on top of each one of the cups. Put plenty because you want to make sure that this stays together. Then after we get all those on there, we're going to take another piece of the board and put it over the top of it and let it dry. Put some weight on it and then just let it sit there and dry. Okay, next I'm just going to take a ruler and a pencil, and I'm just going to draw around the tree just to get the shape of it. And on the sides, on the last cup, we're just going to kind of come down on the side of it. Like that, just straight down. And then just make sure that you get all this even. Just kind of measure it out and make sure everything is pretty level. And if you wanted to, you could have left it on the board. Just make sure that when you put your top board on, you get it straight. Then I'm just taking my X-Acto knife and I'm just going to cut out those lines that I just drew, so that we just have the shape of the tree when we're done. Okay, next I'm just taking about a 3-inch piece of cardboard and cutting it. Just, you can put it on the back and measure it. It's just going to be to make it stand up. And then I'm going to score it, probably about 2 inches down. And then I'm going to duct tape it just to make it stay in place. So you can measure this off of yours and see how long or how big you want that piece. But do put the duct tape on it so it does stay together, because you don't want it snapping in half. Okay, next I'm just going to take some 1/4-inch craft foam, and I just cut it to 12-inch lengths. And I'm just going to go all the way around this just to kind of finish out the edge of that foam core board. Just go all the way around it completely. And just kind of push it on there real good. Make sure it's pretty flat. Okay, next I'm going to just go ahead and take some E6000 glue, and I'm going to glue my little stand to the back of my tree. And then I'm just going to put some weight on it and set it aside until it dries. Okay, now I'm going to take some greenery, and I've just got this boxwood garland on Amazon, and just kind of glue it all the way around just to give it a little bit of festive look. Okay, next I'm just going to cut out a bunch of circles. These are 2-inch circles. That's a 2-inch circle punch. I got it at Michael's. And I'm using 4 different colors of paper. You can use pattern paper or whatever you want to. I'm just using 4 different color paper. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut my numbers out. Now, I've given you the pattern. I've given you these in the description below. You can just print them out. And that's a 1-inch punch. And I'm just going to punch all my numbers out. So you're going to have 25 different numbers. Once you get them all laid out, then we're going to go ahead and start putting our circles. And I'm just going to go ahead and put my circles on first to kind of see how I want it to look. And then I'm going to put my numbers on them. And I'm putting my numbers kind of in random order because it makes a little bit more fun for the person that's opening these to kind of hunt for that day. So just kind of get it all lined up how you want it. And then we're going to start gluing it together. And I'm just going to take some Tombow glue. You can use any kind of glue you want to. And I'm just making sure, make sure you get it centered in there, because you are going to notice it when you get them on. So just go ahead and glue each number onto the cardstock. And then once we get them all glued, we're going to go ahead and just glue the top edge. I'm just gluing the top edge of mine to the cups because I'm not ready to fill them yet. If you already know what you're going to fill them with, go ahead and glue that whole circle on there. Okay, and you can fill these with candy or toys or whatever you want to. I'd love to hear in the comments which of these 3 is your favorite. This one I'm spray painting it with an oil rub bronze paint from Rustoleum, and I'm putting my cups in an egg crate just to kind of hold them in place so I can spray paint the inside of them. And you do want to spray the inside of them because you will see them. You don't have to go all the way to the bottom, but you do want to make sure that you get the ledges covered. Okay, then I'm just going to turn them over and I'm going to spray paint the entire outside of them with that same color paint. And this was a Pottery Barn inspired advent calendar. I'm going to take a 20 1/4 by 16-inch piece of foam board and I'm spraying it with some E6000 spray-on glue. And I'm just going to cover this with a piece of fabric. It took a little bit to get that primed out of there, but it does spray good. And then go ahead and get that put on there good. We're going to flip it over and then we're going to glue it to the board as well. Just kind of cut off the corners so you can get it glued in a little bit easier. And then we're going to come back in with some duct tape and finish it out. And don't skip that step because you want to make sure that this does get secured. And you can use any color duct tape. I just happen to have white. Okay, next I'm going to take my numbers, and again, I'm giving you these in the description below to cut out. They have a little buffalo plaid pattern around them, and then just punch them all out. And then I'm taking a little dowel rod, and I'm just going to kind of wrap them around there to kind of break up the fibers on the paper so that they will wrap around the cup evenly. And I'm just going to glue them on, and I'm going down to the second ridge of the cup and just line it up with that, and that'll make sure that you get all of yours even. Just make sure that they are flat on your cup. Okay, next I'm just going to attach some jute around the outside edge of it. Just go all the way around till you get to the top, and then we're going to make a little handle at the top with this. Okay, and we're just going to come in 4 inches, and then we're going to glue it down. And then we're going to secure it with a ribbon. I just took a 3-inch piece of wired ribbon, and I'm going to put some E6000 glue on it and some hot glue on it. And don't skip this step because you do want to make sure that that jute does not come undone. And this will just really secure your board. And then if you have a patterned fabric like I'm using that has lines and squares on it, you want to make sure that you get the other ribbon real even with that one. And we're just going to go 4 inches on both sides. And then attach your other ribbon on that side as well. Okay, next I'm just going to continue to go all the way around until I get to the end with the jute. Okay, next I'm going to measure 2 inches from the top, and I'm going to take a jute string and pin it on both sides. Just make sure that I'm keeping my line straight because you want to make sure that your cups are straight. And then I'm just going to take a push pin. I'm going to push it into the back of my cup about a half inch down, and go ahead and glue the push pin into the cup. I didn't start doing that till I got into the second row. And then just put them down on your board and kind of evenly space them out. And you can just do this, just eyeball them. Just hold it up and take a look at them and just make sure that they're straight. And then all your rows from there on out will be pretty even too. But just make sure that you spend some time getting your first row pretty straight and evenly spaced. And I'm just coming down where the top edge of the cup touches that jute string. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and add some glue to the back. Just kind of lift up the back. And then on the bottom, we're putting some E6000 glue. So hot glue the back, just lift it up, put some glue in there, and then come back with some E6000 glue to glue the bottom in. It just gives it a little bit more stability. Okay, next, go ahead and measure 1 3/4 inches from the bottom of that first row cup. And go ahead and tie your string across. Make sure you got it even. And then we're going to do the same thing that we did on the first row We're going to take the little push pins, push them on into the cup, and then we're going to come back and we're going to put some glue inside those. Just put it right behind that pin and push it on in. Okay, and then using your first row as your guide, just go ahead and line those up across there. And we're going to do the same thing all the way down. We're going to come 1 3/4 of an inch from the bottom of the first row cup and the second row cup to make your next mark. So we're going to have all of them spaced out 1 3/4 inches apart. Go ahead and add your glue to the back. And then come back in with your E6000 glue on the bottom. And you're going to continue this all the way until you get to the bottom row. This was a pretty easy project. You can modify it any way you want to. If you want to use bigger cups, just cut your board bigger. And again, on this one, you can use the K-cups. Just wash them out and use the K-cups because they're really close in size to these. But just make sure that you get them completely glued down in the back and on the bottom. Okay, that one turned out pretty cute. I was real happy with this one. Okay, this next one is a countdown to Christmas calendar. Just go ahead and punch all your numbers out. And then we're going to cut a 12-inch by 12-inch piece out of a foam core board. Just kind of line it up. Make sure you get it pretty straight. If you're off a little bit, that's okay because we're going to cut the shape of the tree out when we get done. But you are going to cut a 12 by 12, and you can get these foam core boards at the Dollar Tree too. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and put our numbers on it, and you can just it doesn't matter what order you put them on this, just going to kind of get the shape of the tree on there, just lay them all out. Just like we did the cups at the beginning, same shape. And then we're going to take a ruler and we're going to just go ahead and draw a line all the way around it, and then we're going to cut this out because we want it just the shape of the tree. Just spend a little bit of time on this part because you want to make sure that you get your shape just right. And then we're going to come back in here in a minute. I'm just going to mark the 6 inches, the 6 mark on both of the bottom and the top. Draw a line through it just to make sure that it's symmetrical on both sides. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and take our X-Acto knife. We're just going to start cutting our tree out. And then we're going to take a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock, and we're just going to trace the outline of the tree on the back of it. Then we're going to take our fabric and we're going to go outside, and I'm going to go ahead and glue this down to the board. Just cut the shape of the tree out. Use the same E6000 glue that we used on the second project, and then just glue that right down onto that tree. And I had gone ahead and cut my fabric out. So just cut it out the same shape of the tree with about a 1/2 inch hangover on the outside edge. Just smooth it out real good. And then we're going to take our cardstock, and I'm cutting it straight out, but go ahead and cut it in about 1/8 of an inch all the way around because you don't want it exactly the same size as your tree because you do want it hidden in the back. So I had to go back in and trim mine out a little bit more. And next we're going to make our tree base. I'm just taking a paint stir stick, and I'm taking 4 of the little Jenga blocks or the tumbler blocks you get at Dollar Tree, and I'm making a stand for it. So you're just going to go around that stick with 4 pieces of those little wood pieces and get those glued in to make your base. And I'm just using wood glue on this. You don't use hot glue or anything like that. Make sure you use wood glue. Next, we're just going to go ahead and glue our pieces to the back. Just kind of trim it out there. And then when you get into the corners, just clip the corners in, and it'll make it a little bit easier to glue those in. Okay, after you get that all glued in, then we're going to come in with that piece of paper that we put in there, that we cut out, and we're going to go ahead and glue that down. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and take these little washers that I got. These are like, I would say 3/4 inch washers. And I'm just going to glue these to the back of each number. And that's what's going to make the magnet adhere to these. So go ahead and get all your washers put on every one of your numbers. And then we're going to glue those numbers to the front. Okay, and we're going to put our numbers in numerical order. Do not randomly put them on there because it'll make it a little bit easier to keep up with if you just kind of put them in numerical order. And just kind of keep an eye on watching it as you're gluing those on. Just kind of look at it every once in a while, make sure you're getting all your lines straight. And after we get these on, we're going to go ahead and take a wreath. I got this wreath at Michael's last year, and I'm taking some little bitty magnets, and I'm just going to glue them to the back. Now, I started with hot glue, but go ahead and put some hot glue and some E6000 glue on them as well. And that way, because these magnets were pretty strong, and you don't want them pulling off as you're moving them along the numbers. So I'm just taking some cottage white chalk paint from Folk Art, and I'm just going to paint my base completely white. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and take some jute, and I'm going to start in the middle of the bottom, and I'm just going to go ahead and go all the way around the edges of this tree. Okay, then I'm going to take the base, I'm just going to glue it to the back, and I'm going to leave probably about 2 inches of the stick sticking out the bottom of it. And then I'm going to go ahead and take some garland. It's a boxwood garland. I got this on Amazon, and I'm just going to wrap it around the base. All right, this was a pretty easy one too. If you like these kind of videos, be sure and like. If you want to see future videos like this, be sure and subscribe. And if you want to be notified when I have another video, be sure and hit the bell. And thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it.